So this is the Korua Stealth 163, and I've ridden a lot of different Korua boards now, not their whole line, but I'm slowly working on that, getting to it. I've tried, you know, the Puzzle 161, the Pencil Plus 164, the Auto 57, the Tranny Finder 57, and the Tranny Finder 54. And, you know, riding the Puzzle, which is a big wide board for my niners, my size 9 feet, and, you know, riding the Pencil Plus, the Tranny Finder 57, I thought the 63 would be just fine. But it did feel a little big, and very directional, and kind of like hard for me to handle. So definitely sizing down would be better, but I felt like still riding boards from Korua that were bigger than what I would normally ride and wider. I thought I would be able to handle this, but I can't. So it's hard to say for sure how well this board, like how good this board rides, until I get something a little more suitable for my riding specs. But you can see it's got a massive nose. It's one of the longest noses, longest noses in Korua's line. And then a very tapered tail. There's like, I think it's 2 centimeters of taper, which is pretty massive. You know, when you get up to 20 mil, that's pretty far. But you know, it's very directional. It's very floaty. It's like probably their most floaty board. And that was one thing I didn't get to try this is in powder. And this 163, yeah, probably would have been much happier if we'd gone down a couple sizes, maybe. I think there's 3 sizes or 2 sizes in the line. But look at this camber, man. This is a demo board. This has been beaten. It was sent to us courtesy of Evo. Thanks, guys. And they coordinated with Korua because Korua's on the other side of the globe, basically. And getting out to the West Coast here is very difficult. So we're all working together to try to get these boards reviewed for you readers. And you can just see there's just so much camber and there's so much spring, but it felt super nose, like it felt like there was so much nose. And I really would have liked a little less, you know, size so that nose didn't feel like so much. It didn't feel as tapered and as like on the back foot kind of a ride, or off the back foot, you know, riding back here, as I thought it would, compared to other boards in their line with this kind of taper. But it's still very cool. And you can see there is a massive amount of setback on board. Let's just start out with kind of like what I believe to be the reference stance. And that's like 21 3/4, just about. And then if you set it all the way back, you're looking at 21 3/4. Now, at 21 3/4 back on board, and you're looking at 27 and, wait, is that 27 and a half or 27 3/4? And then you're looking at just about 14. No, you're looking at 13 3/4. So you're looking at 14 inches back on board. Is that right? Yeah, 13 3/4, 27 3/4. That's 14 inches back on board. That's massive. So you can see like how much nose is going on here. Then you factor in the taper. You know, you factor in the taper in the tail, this massively long nose with all this, you know, with a little bit of early rise. This is called float camber. So you've got a massive amount of camber here to give you that carving, super fun time, groomer run kind of thing that you need. But then there's a little bit of early rise working with this massively long nose to give you really exceptional directional float. And then, you know, you can see it's just a nice, clean red base that's just requires red P-Tex if you want to keep it, and a P-Tex gun if you want to keep it pretty. And that's workable. And, you know, edge holds great. You know, so all in all, so it's kind of, you know, unfortunate. It's an inconclusive review. It's hard to get a board like this in your size when you're demoing. So hopefully we can get another go on this board in a smaller size. But there you have, you know, the Korua Stealth 163.